UESDAY 12 Monkeys Mary-Kate Morrissey as Elphaba and Jenna Claire Mason as Glinda in the touring company of Wicked, to be seen at the Ed Mirvish Theatre this summer. Joan Marcus. Watch this if you want to know if the world ends. The tagline of the fourth and final season of this Toronto-shot sci-fi series is "End at the Beginning." Time travelers James and Cassie, Aaron Stanford and Amanda Sculp venture further back in time than ever before, and the series itself revisits events from its first season as the race to save the world and time itself concludes. Meanwhile, former mental patient Jennifer, Montreal or Emily Hampshire, scientist Jones, Barbara Sukowa, and villain Olivia, another Canuck, Alison Down, are on journeys of their own. It's a complex series, so feel free to catch up on past seasons at Amazon Prime. Showcase at 10 p.m. Deborah Yo article continued below. Wednesday, The Ward Cabaret. Watch this for the latest chapter in a Toronto story that goes back to the mid-19th century. The Ward, early Toronto's teeming, ramshackle slum that was a gateway for hundreds of thousands of immigrants, is long gone, leaving no markers among today's skyscrapers and City Hall but plenty of shadows. Music was a huge part of it all, and that's where impresario David Buckbinder and his horn come in, with the latest iteration of this musical that has been developed over the last couple of years, highlighting Luminato's busy final week. Besides Buckbinder, no stranger to covering lots of ground to great effect, guitarist Michael Okey-Pinty, playwright Marjorie Chan, co-director Leah Cherniak and pianist Andrew Craig are among the principals. Berkeley Street Theatre, 26 Berkeley Street, 8 p.m., continues till Friday. Chris Young, Bill Murray in the 1998 movie Rushmore. Rushmore at the Open Roof Festival. Watch this if you want to start your outdoor movie season with Bill Murray. Article continued below. For some of us, the summer only truly begins with the launch of the city's outdoor screening series. A weekly celebration of the action-packed evening also features a live set by Toronto's Delta Will, edibles by Fidel Gastros and beer from Amsterdam Brewery. This week's menu of alfresco movie options continues on Thursday with Kissing Jessica Steinert Street, James Park, and Sunday with Hairspray at the Christie Pitts Film Festival, so keep your blanket at the ready. 158 Sterling Road, 7 p.m. Jason Anderson Belarus Free Theatre's production at Luminato, Alex Brenner, Burning Doors. Watch this if you don't want to watch a show, you want to endure a show. As Luminato nears its finish, a wild one with the 100-strong chorus of dancers in Le Grand Continental, it delivers one of its darkest and most difficult performances to watch. Burning Doors comes to Luminato from Belarus Free Theatre, a European theatre company that's banned in its home country because of its politics, and puts its actors through the physical pains of resistance. Heads sunk underwater, bodies run against bungee cords, and others are continuously wrestled to the ground. Featuring Pussy Riot's Maria Alyokina, this is for those who want a challenge. Joey and Toby Tannenbaum Opera Center, 227, Front Street. 7 p.m., continues till Sunday. Carly Mag Wicked. Watch this if you think it's good to be green. Perhaps the opposite of Burning Doors, the box office smashing Broadway earworm by Stephen Schwartz is back in Toronto for a limited engagement with Mirvish Productions. Inspired by The Two Witches in The Wizard of Oz, the musical tells the backstory of Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, the Good Witch, featuring all of the songs you've heard from all of the musical theater-loving tweens you know since 2003. A note for the budget-minded: try your luck at the daily $25 ticket lottery. Ed Mirvish Theatre, 244 Victoria Street, 7:30 p.m., on until August 5 cm Thursday. Shorts by Indigenous youth. Watch this if you want to see work by young directors who refuse to be idle. founded as a means for First Nations youth to master the digital tools they need to create short films and musical works in their own communities. The Wapakoni Mobile Project has helped give a voice to innumerable new talents over the last 15 years. You can see the handiwork of some of the very newest when the Toronto International Film Festival's monthly Shortcuts series presents a free program of 13 recent films made possible by Wapakoni, whose subjects range from the hunting traditions of the Nakota to the life of a drag performer in Fort William First Nation. Tiff Bell Lightbox, 350 King Street. 8:45 p.m. Jazz Saturday Ice Age Swagers and Elise Place on June 23rd. Ice Age, Mary Lattimore. Watch this because, from ambient to angsty, this is one unique double bill. The Danish punks return to a North by Northeast festival they crushed 3 years ago. With fourth and latest LP Beyondless showing a band maturing into early middle age, or at least the wrong side of their 20s, it's easy to imagine them someday as heirs to the throne occupied by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Elias Benderanen felt as one of the few compelling frontmen left in rock's curio cabinet. Lattimore opens, a classically trained harpist whose meditative instrumentals figure to make for as sharply contrasting a match as you'll ever find in this rock club, or indeed pretty much anywhere this season. Lee's Palace, 529 Bloor Street. Doors 9 p.m. Sunday. Betty Buckley joins the cast of Preacher in Season 3 as Jess's grandma. Alfonso Bresciani, AMC, Sony Pick 2. Preacher. Watch this if you're still down for a TV road trip with a conflicted man of God, his gun-loving girlfriend and an Irish vampire. Season 3 of this comic book-based series, co-created by Canadian Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, returns with frenemies Jesse, Dominic Cooper, the Preacher, and Cassidy, Joseph Gilgun, the vampire, racing to bring the woman they both love, Tulip, Ruth Nega, back from the dead. And that means a visit to Jess's childhood home in Louisiana and his black magic practicing grandma, Betty Buckley. Also joining the cast are Colin Cunningham, Falling Skies, and Jeremy Childs, Nashville, as Grandma Marie's henchmen. Expect the ride to continue to be violent, profane and weird. AMC at 10 p.m. Die.